Okay. Let's make sure I got my pouch. This. Oh my goodness.
Good.
My helmet fogged up. Oh no, it was just ice crystal.
Oh,
Water
wow.
flowing out of my SCU, guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of particulates flowing around here.
Yeah, can we turn the water off for the UIA?
And you can reconnect your SDU to your GCM, and we'll take a look at that.
There's a lot of water flowing.
Is it still coming out? If
I don't think we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's water everywhere here.
Okay, let's get your SDU reconnected to
I don't
your
want to try
GCM.
it.
Yeah, there's literally water everywhere here now.
Steve, I don't think we should try it. I think we need to turn the water off. There's water everywhere. I'm not sticking that on my SCU.
And Tracy, the best way we can do
I
this
got
is
ice
if
all
you
over
can,
my helmet.
if you can
And you have an active leak on.
Tracy, if you can connect your SDU back to your GCM, that's the best way to stop this.
All right.
A live view of the airlock camera for you.
It's connected, but I don't have it locked yet.
Just work on getting it locked, and I just want to verify
Stand by.
the water was coming from the SCU side.
Yes, I can verify that the water was coming from the SCU side.
Okay.
Stand by. Well, I got ice all over my hands.
All right, just work on getting your SCU connected, and I'm going to start working through the checklist for this.
How's your vision, TC?
Vision's good. Getting a tone. Well, reserve water on. Time left 30.
Copy the reserve water on, and have you got your SCU reconnected yet?
I have it connected, I just think it's locked.
Work on getting it
Not
locked.
locked yet.
And Mike, I just want to verify that you're still in the SCU.
I have reconnected my SCU and it is locked.
You can help Tracy get hers locked.
Okay.
Good.
I'm just thinking about how I can
Stand
help.
by. SCU is on and locked.
Well done.
Okay, so we both have your SCUs on and locked, and that should help here.
Put the reserve water on. Time left 29. Can I put on my ears on my gloves?
I just want to double check that your SCU is locked.
SCU is locked.
Okay. So with both of you on SCUs and locked, we're going to terminate for the day. So Tracy, we'd like you to shut the EV hatch and lock it.
Work. Hey, Mike. Be a little more challenging than
Yep, I understand.
keep the others.
All right, sending it back.
And Tracy, this is one of the more difficult things you're going to do. So one of the tricks you might use is using the large hook one of your large hooks from your waist tether and poke the latching mechanism, because that gives you a little bit more room to get your body out of the way to get that hatch seated.
Okay. Mike, I'm going to do this in 2 steps.
Okay.
And since my waist tether is connected to your waist tether,
yep,
I'll take my anchor. Steve, do you think I can do it with a small hook?
Yeah, the big hook just gives you a little bit further reach, and I know, personally, there's some days you need a little bit more reach. Just whatever it takes, you can poke it. You get it at the opposite seat, and sometimes it likes to go reseat itself. So you got to get that momentum started to get the hatch over center, and then it goes right down.
Roger that. Mark.
You've heard quite a bit of communication between the crew and the team here in Mission Control Houston. The spacewalk for today has been canceled due to a spacesuit cooling unit water leak that began right after the suits were put on internal battery power. The crew is now moving back into the airlock and closing that EV hatch. Then they will begin the repressurization process.
Mike, can you reach my feet?
So you're going to have to let go of the reels.
Yep, that's okay. Pull my feet up toward your head.
All right.
A bit more?
Hang on. I'm going to unlock something here. There we go. I got you.
Okay, just a little bit more. All right, here it comes. All right, now you can go a little bit forward. Yes.
Airlock forward.
Okay, the hatch is the screws.
Good too.
Yeah. Okay. Latched and locked.
The EV hatch is
Well done.
Thank you.
All right.
closed and locked. That's good
Locked
news.
and locked. I got a frozen finger, so if I could turn my glove heaters on, that'd be great. Can I turn on my glove heaters?
Yes, you can. You can turn on your glove heaters, and that should help with your fingertips. And Mike, while you're sitting there, just check the oxygen EMU 1 and 2 valves are both still open.
Oxygen EMU 1 and 2 valves both open.
And Tracy, just want to make sure how you feel in the suit. We understand your hands are cold. Want to make sure you're feeling like your LCVG is working, and you can obviously adjust your heating and cooling a little bit if you need to.
Right now I'm comfortable, but I do feel a little warm.
All right, we copy that.
There's water on, 24 minutes left. Set data on my suit. It's just got quiet, but I think I should hear the fan still.
Yeah, as long as so your fan's still running. There's a couple indications we'd like to get from you. We'd like your water pressure and your water gas pressure.
The water gas is 15. Water is 15.1.
15 and 15.1. That sounds good.
I would say reserve water on then.
Yeah, the reserve water on locks, and now it's just the timer that's going to be running. You've got good pressures. You shoot, as long as you're comfortable, it should still feel good. We're going to sit like this and have a little bit of a discussion before we determine exactly what our next step is. You should be stable. Let us know if there are any changes. Now that you've actually got that hatch shut, think about doing that again because it's never the same place.
Okay. But am I right? Are we, you said terminate, right?
Yeah, that's what we're holding for right now. We're just discussing which way we want to go with this. We're going to check all the indications, and because that reserve water on is a potential indication that we were taking water from the suit, and that leak was on the DCM side, as opposed to just on the SCU side. There is a towel in the bags in front of you if you can still, if you have any water still floating around, or you want to try and clean up any ice crystals, you can take care of that. I'm not sure what else you're seeing there. What do you continue to see any ice chips floating around or anything?
Yeah, it's a little snowy in here, but not as bad as it was when the SCU was off. I have ice on my glove still, and on my helmet a little bit. But it's all the same to you. I prefer not to use my hands at the moment to get into that bag to get those towels.
How you want to manage that? Are your hands getting warm again? Your heater's working, I hope.
They're not getting colder, so left hand is pretty good.
It does take a while for those heaters to kick on, and I've noted that after a while they seem to get a little bit too warm. So let us know by a couple more minutes if they don't come on. We'll talk about that as well.
Okay. Mike, did you have any water? You didn't, right?
No.
You just saw what was coming out of mine?
Yeah, it seems like you're all spewing from here. I couldn't tell where it was coming from, the CU or DCM. You could, but it was all from you.
Okay. I got an Arctic blast all over my visor.
Yeah, I think just ice was flowing everywhere. Gushy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was if it was on the outside or the inside.
Yeah, wow.
I couldn't see anything out there.
For those of you just joining us, you're seeing live views inside the International Space Station's Quest Airlock, where NASA astronauts Tracy Dyson and Mike Barratt are in the crew lock portion. They were scheduled for a spacewalk today to complete the removal of a radio frequency group as well as collecting microorganism samples shortly after they switched their suits.
Warming up yet?
They're thawing out, yeah. They're not warm yet. Just moving them.
Roger.
Shortly after their suits were switched to internal battery power about 15 minutes ago, the crew reported a water leak, which was coming from the spacesuit cooling unit on the spacesuits. And after that call took place, the crew went ahead and closed the EV hatch on the space station, and teams are currently working through next steps.
And so, Tracy, just another quick question about your SCU. Did you get it fully clear from the DCM as you were removing it, so you could verify exactly which direction that water was coming from, or did you keep it close, realizing that something was leaking?
I had it way clear. In fact, I was trying to hold it outside the hatchway. In the cameras, you may have seen some snowflakes because it was coming out of the port. That's I'm not mistaken. If you're holding it in your right hand, it's the bottom right quadrant, and it was flowing out of it pretty good. I couldn't see what was coming out of my DCM because I had a layer of ice on my visor. But there, I brushed it away and I could see the SCU, which I was holding out. It wasn't out of the hatch, but there was enough of a gap in the thermal cover that I could see the ice crystals were flowing out there. And then, just like a snow cone machine, there was ice forming at that port on the SCU.
Sounds like you had pretty good rate out of the SCU. I mean, if you get ice on your visor that quick and you had a pretty good cloud, good job getting the SCU back on and locked, because that definitely a little bit of ice buildup. That could have been a big problem. Thanks for getting that done.
Yeah, praise God. And Steve, it was instantaneous. As soon as I I unlocked it, and as soon as I lifted it away, it was a blast all over my visor. So it wasn't until I cleared the ice that I could see it was pouring out of the SCU.
Yeah, copy that. Those are good words. That helps the discussion down here a lot.
Hey, Houston, also, I happened to be out the gym window I saw a pretty good storm going out that way, heading port. Thousands of ice crystals, just so you know.
Those are great words. That helps a lot as well.
My fingers are warming up.
Okay, great. Great job getting the hatch closed as well.
Thanks. There's teamwork.
We're the end effector.
Mm-hmm.
The cold fingers.
After some discussion here in the room of Mission Control Houston, the team has confirmed that we will be terminating today's spacewalk following a spacesuit cooling unit water leak in Tracy Dyson's suit that occurred after the suits were turned to battery power. We also heard confirmation that the EV hatch on the space station.
I moved my TCV to a setting of 3.
My copy, setting of 3, getting a little bit cold in there. Tracy, if you can do us a favor and just double check, make sure you have the EV hatch closed, locked, and then we'll pick up with the cue card.
I can confirm that the EV hatch is closed and locked, lever locked.
Okay.
And it's snowing. Still.
Understand. Is your visor pretty clear now? Just want to double check.
Yes. Save for a little bit of ice towards the base, but I can see fine.
Okay. And based on the report of the amount of water we saw from the gem coming from there, our one concern is obviously the seal on the EV hatch. So give us one last second to double check before we proceed.
Okay.
All right, so on the UIA, we're going to pick up when the preview press cue card, switch power EV1 and 2 switches to on, and verify that both LEDs are on.
Stand by. Break. Break.
Hold it.
I just want to hear that if I go to SCU, I'm going to be okay because there's water on that SCU interface.
You're still leaking water, QC?
I don't know, but when I put it on, there was still water shooting out.
Should be
So
fine.
we can assume that there's water in there. That?
Should be fine. That should be separated. But that's a good question. We're all looking at each other, and we all agree we should be fine. One last delay. We'll do one check. That section obviously should be isolated, and you know how those electrical connections are made up in there. It has a little bit of insulation around, and it's unlikely you would have gotten it fully closed if it had anything in there to be concerned about.
Okay, because I understand that when it's mated, they're isolated, but while it was unmated, it was shooting water at my DCM. So we can presume that water got into that connector, the electrical connector. And I don't know, I mean, I'm sure it's sublimated, but if there was any ice crystals in there, you're telling me that I wouldn't be able to get my SCU on and locked?
Yeah, but, out of concern, we're looking at just bringing you up without that, without your power. We've got plenty of battery power.
Okay,
It's not going to be an issue.
Okay, thanks.
So, Steve, we'll get back to that step, but just to confirm, it'll be a normal power on for EV1, correct, for the Q card?
Yeah, we're going to wait on that, Mike. So we're going to we'll wait on command. We'll bring you up with power. We've got plenty of battery power, so this is not an issue. So we'll bring you up on the SCU, and we'll leave her off, but stand by one.
Holding.